Cancel.
Schweezy.
Can anybody tell me what can I do with these ladybugs?
All right, so I watched the show, and I gotta say, of a lot of things that interest me from Investigation Discovery, this one may possibly be, this may possibly be one of my favorite shows. This might be one of my favorite shows of all time. Probably not that big of a fan. Sounds like I'm a big fan. It's not my favorite show of all time. Why did I even say that? That's not true. It's a show called I Almost Got Away with It. Basically, to summarize the show, basically what happens is an individual or individuals got away, a lot of times they murdered someone. A majority of it's like they killed someone, just like one person, or they're doing crimes or anything there. So they either avoid getting caught altogether, or, which I think are the more interesting ones, is like people will legitimately escape prison, like, and get out, and there's a lot of seasons of I Almost Got Away with It. There's a lot of seasons. I mean, I know it's hard and difficult to escape from prison. Like, it has to be difficult. But is it more possible than I thought it would be? I mean, these guys talk about, they planned, a month in advance, they weren't, you do have to plan it out. You just can't be I'm going to run for it, see what happens. You got to, they plan for it, invest, do all their stuff. To figure it out, and super interesting. Yeah, it's super interesting stuff. Just a reminder, if you're ever dealing with law enforcement, I don't care if you're guilty, I don't care if you're innocent. Lawyer the fuck up and shut the fuck up. That is the best advice ever given about police officers, because police officers' jobs is, because we live in a capitalistic society, is that they just need to catch someone and put them in jail. If a crime happens, they just need to arrest someone and put them on trial. It doesn't matter if they're guilty or innocent. That's all they're trying to do, because it makes it look like they have the situation taken care of. And that's why the police will ask you questions, but you don't have to answer their questions, because this is which one is it? Is it this one?
This is America, you dumb son of a bitch, okay?
You don't have to. You have the right to remain silent. That'd be all horrible. You have the right to remain. You have the right. You have the right to remain silent, and you are given a lawyer. You can get a lawyer. So, and I tell this to my mom, who's probably not ever getting in real legal trouble. She's not getting in real legal trouble. I'm like, I don't care if you're probably innocent, and a lot of times people probably are innocent, and yeah, you gotta, the cops are gonna use anything you say against you, and they will make up shit as well. So, because cops aren't good people, and a lot of the worst trait about me is probably that watching the show, I never root for the law enforcement. And, in movies, I'll root for them, because it's fictional. And real cops don't save people. But in movies, they do, so you can support them in the movies. But, and these guys are all fucking squares and narcs and shit like that. I'm like, of course I'm not going to root for them. But then, you just meet this guy, you're like, I killed my wife. And you're like, I'm rooting for you to stay out of prison, buddy. That's, do I have, where is it? Is it?
This is the type of guy you get.
That's me. So, very interesting. So, just shut the fuck up. Also, my favorite part of this show is that, so, they have the actual ex-fugitive on the show giving you account. Sometimes they're lying about what actually happened, but when it comes to, being on the run, on the lam, they're just like, I'll tell you what happened. Here's what happened. People will be, will be fugitives for 15 plus years and stuff like that. It's insane how long they work. And, a lot of this is before the internet was a big thing. But, man, the 70s, what a time to be alive. You just fucking murder someone and you have a good chance of getting away with it. Like, that's why people are racking in double digits. It's because getting away with it and cops are just arresting people for no reason. And then, yeah. And also with the show, we're talking about the reenactment. So they do the reenactment. They have to tell the story, then they do the reenactment. And the best part about the reenactment is the actors look nothing like the real people. Nothing at all. I usually skip episodes with people of color being the fugitive. I don't know. It just feels wrong. Something feels wrong about it. Because I don't know, the whole history with the police and black people, like, I don't know, something just doesn't sit right in my body. I don't know, when it's white people, I don't know, I feel it's okay. I'm like, that fucking white guy deserved it, but I don't want to be like, that black guy deserved it. I'm like, that, I don't want to feel that way. Like, but I did watch one episode of a black guy, and I'm going to tell you, this guy, at least when he was younger, when he was older, he didn't look so tough, but when he was younger, if you typed in black thug into like an AI art generator, this guy's picture would come up. Like, you just type in black thug, this dude, and like, yeah, he did a lot of crimes too, so we can make fun of him. Anyways, though, like, he escaped to he went to like Mexico and then all the Southern America, all those Spanish speaking countries south of America,
Be gone, fuck!
That's not it.
Cool stuff, slick stuff, neat stuff.
This is America, you dumb son of a bitch, okay?
So, like, yeah. What black actor do you think would have hired him? I'm going to tell you, they didn't hire a black actor. This guy, I kid you not, he may have been half black, but he looked super Puerto Rican, super Mexican. Like, you have a hard time guessing that guy's race, but it's 100% not black. Like, maybe a little black, but like, he's not 100% black. Like, like, he looks Puerto Rican. I really think he looked Puerto Rican. I'm like, they got a Puerto Rican guy to play a black guy in a reenactment. Like, and I'm not saying that like he didn't do a good job. He did a great job. Obviously the Puerto Rican reenactment actor, but they have like the perfect black guys to play the part, playing the it's like a ton of black cops too on the reenactment too. I'm like, this seems wrong. This seems weird. And stuff like that. And a lot of them are there's a lot of people from Florida on this show. And like, I get you're not Scott. And the best part about the Florida people is that when most people commit crimes, on the show, they either flee the country or go like the complete opposite way in the United States. The state they're from. The people in Florida, they just, for the most part, just stay in Florida. They're like, I don't know anywhere else in the world. One guy was like a cocaine addict at the time. He's like, Miami, Miami's it was Tampa. It was like, it's the cocaine capital of the world. Why would I want to live anywhere else? Like, why would you mean? I agree. Why would you want to live anywhere else? I agree with the want, but like, if you don't want to go to prison, you need to live somewhere else, dude. It's insane. But then, like, there's the ethical question of it all.
What?
The ethical question is, like, a lot of these guys, they may have killed one person, okay? Like, one person. Then say they're from, like, Washington. They basically start a whole new life in, North Carolina. They start, like, a whole brand new-ass life in North Carolina. And then they never commit a crime ever again in their life. Isn't that the reform we wanted all along? I mean, obviously justice needs to happen, but like, that's kind of the reform that we're talking about, like, isn't the whole point of prison reform? But like, if a guy escapes prison and then never commits a crime again, like, shouldn't we just let him be? Apparently he's fixed. So obviously, if they're not committing, a lot of guys they'll continue to commit crimes after they leave, and that's how they got cut. But like, yeah, I don't know. But I feel like if they don't commit a crime, and they just live their normal lives, like one guy, he was like, he owned a video rental store, and like people around town knew him, and hey, how you doing, bud? How you doing? You know, he was like a fixture in the community. So like, it's insane. But yeah, it's like insane. Someone would be like, yeah, I escaped prison and I haven't been caught in over 20 years. I'm like, God damn. But like the stress of all that has to be killer. Cause like I've been stressed over situations that may, like, you know, stuff that like something could happen about this. And not, you know, personal shit. We're not talking about personal shit here. And, you know, like that's some of that stuff. And just like makes your stomach just churn, you know, like that stress for the longest time. Like you walk, like, you know, you're just, you know, you're out somewhere walking and you see a police officer doing, you know, something with someone else, you know, not somewhere where you're not the problem. And like, you're just like, your fucking heart palpitates like so fast, dude. Like that had to be insane. And, you know, these square fucking narc cops, you know, they treat these fugitives, like they talk about these fugitives like they're Batman and like this fugitive's the Joker. You know, like they act like that, like this is a big ass deal. Like, dude, come on. You're not fucking Batman. If anything, you're the corrupt police officer that thinks Jim Gordon is dumb for not taking like fucking public handouts for money and shit like that. And it was like, you're not Jim Gordon, you're not Batman. You're that guy behind the desk. That's what you are. Yeah, it is weird. Like I don't support any of the cops in this show. I wonder what that says about me. You know, you're like, I'm going to support the murderer. You know, I guess I'm able to remove myself from like the actual crime they committed. I guess, you know, I just see good guy, bad guy. I'm like, oh, but at the end of the day, everyone on the show is a bad person. The cops, the people who are very willing to do an interview. I'm going to be on TV and shit like that. I'm like, shut up. So, I don't know. If you're a police officer and you think you're fucking Batman, maybe quit your job. You know, be better. Do better. Do better than that. But, you know, one other thing. I have a couple other things I want to talk about this. You know, a lot of times, like, people will, like, notice some guy they've known for, like, 5 years or whatever is actually a wanted fugitive in, like, a state far away, and someone fucking narcs and turns him in. I wouldn't do that, you know? I would like to know the secret, though. You know, I want to keep it, you know? I want to keep that secret, you know? Like, to hold it over someone, because, like, having secrets can really get you somewhere in life, you know, just knowing secrets about people. You know, you can't be like overdoing it with like the guilt tripping and shit like that, you know, or the blackmail, you know, but you just gotta like, you know, keep in mind, you know, I like to meet a lot of people and be friends with them, but then I don't ask anything of them until like one day I may need to ask something of them and do that too, you know. I try not to ask too much of other people, you know. So don't snitch if you know someone, unless they're like, if they killed one person, fine. You know what? And it was a long time ago and you know them now and they're a lot better person, don't do that. If they're like a serial killer though, you turn them in, dude. That's the time you narc. You narc when you're actually in like a dangerous situation, not when it's just like one guy accidentally got into a fight with another guy and it did not end well. So don't do that. It's bad. Don't do that. It's real fucking bad. But then I've realized this show has taught me a lot of what to do to not be caught as a fugitive, which the WikiHow article probably, that might be next week's stuff. I'll look next week. WikiHow fugitive. I'll write that down now. WikiHow fugitive. But here's the advice I would give. For anyone, obviously, change your identity, get all the identification stuff changed, like figure it out. You just got to figure it out. It's gonna be a little difficult. It's gonna be a little difficult to figure out, but once you figure it out, you may work out for you. You know, they're gonna have your fingerprints. If you can figure out how to remove your fingerprints, that might be a really good idea. But one guy on the show did, and he like lost a finger. One thing I would suggest to anyone wanting to be a fugitive. First of all, you need to figure out what to do with your tattoos. If you have a couple tattoos, if you have like a sleeve, and if you have them on your face, like you got to work on, what I would say is work on either get like laser surgery removal, or at least do a bunch of sessions of it, like do like the course or whatever. Like it may still be there faded, but then you can just cover it up with another tattoo. And that will be, because like they can't like take that off and see like the real tattoo underneath it. They're not gonna be able to do that. So make sure you either remove or cover your tattoos. I would suggest getting them removed and then getting them covered up. That may be your best. I think that's probably your best bet. Another thing is you need to change your appearance. I think if I was going on the run, I would clearly I would shave first of all, but I don't know if shaving would actually help me too much in
Why weren't you at elf practice?
in a situation where shaving my face. But yeah, no, I'd clearly go for a buzz cut probably, or change my hairstyle, maybe grow it out or grow it out long and stuff like that. I would definitely not look like this anymore. I would definitely look a lot different. Get glasses too. Like you can just buy glasses that the frame, that are just like lenses that are doesn't help your seeing at all or whatever. You could get caught and be like, your vision really isn't that bad. Yeah, it's a weird. Make up some weird shit. Start being a hat guy too. That's why I'd probably go for a buzz cut and then just wear a hat all the time. I'd be that guy. Like have glasses and a hat. Be that guy. And I think other stuff you could do, I'd suggest, Botox is becoming surprisingly more affordable and accessible to more people. So, I think, after, like, there's real plastic surgery and then there's, like, Botox. Like, Botox could really change your appearance, too. I might, there's a thing, like, a lot of women are doing is, like, they're removing the fat from their faces, and so they look thinner, and a lot of people look fucking strange. And if I did that, I would look so fucking different, because my face is 75% cheeks. Like, it's just cheeks. That's all it is. So, those are some, like, change your appearance suggestions. If you're a cop listening to this, I'm making a joke. This is a joke show. We'll make jokes here. What else would I do? Change my appearance. Really, yeah, like, you can't go back to, I would say, clothing-wise, find inspiration for a new style and tattoo, because you change your clothing style, you're covering up any tattoos. If you don't have any tattoos, you fucking hit the jackpot. I don't know, if you got arrested already and you're escaped convict, they have your fingerprints. They may look for other identifying features too. Oh, another one, yeah, you could get colored. I mean, I guess if you don't have glasses, start wearing glasses. If you have glasses already, you gotta switch to contacts. And may I suggest color, change your eye color too. That would also be very interesting. And then if someone's just curious about it, I was like, I don't know, I've always liked this color more. I mean, yeah, dude, different appearance, a little Botox on the face, and then gain or lose weight, whatever one's easier for you, I'd probably get really into fitness dick in your mouth.
Congratulations.
Oh,
you played yourself.
Oh, man, I did mess it wrong. Fitness dick in your mouth.
Got him!
There we go. We fixed my problems. And yeah, so I think those would be some cool suggestions if you're a fugitive. I don't know. Has anyone else watched I Almost Got Away with It? Because very interesting shit. Very, very interesting show. Like, very captivating. And then the worst reenactment you ever saw of the situation. Good shit. Thank you for watching this clip. Watch it